Good shot.
About time.
Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it.
This is Bigg's Golf Talk on the Lake County Sports Network, the JDS Radio Network, the Full Gamut Radio Network, and on Stitcher Radio. I'm your host, Bigg Jon Vick. Mike, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk, and thank you for stepping up to the plate, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How about you?
You know, I got to tell you, usually at this time of the year, this show, the last show usually, but...
Oh, man, that's always a sad day, my friend.
No.
No.
For the first time ever, Bigg's Golf Talk goes year-round. We are not stopping at October 1st. No,
that,
we're
my
not.
friend, is what we call cheese.
No, we are not stopping at October 1st. We are going year-round here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Probably one of the only talk shows on the radio talking golf all year long in the Midwest.
Well, that's why you guys are the best at what you do.
Exactly right. And we are recording this on a Sunday, and I'm sorry about your Chicago Bears.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, it was a tough one, but you know what? You go into Detroit, it's a division rival in their home. You turn over the ball, what, 3 times? That's not what's going to win you a game in the National Football League. So, you know, you're not going to win them all, but you got to get back on the horse next week, that's for sure.
Well, we like to kick things off here on Bigg's Golf Talk, our website, www.biggsgolftalk.com. You can find us on Twitter and on Facebook at Bigg's Golf Talk. BIGGS is how you spell Biggs, biggsgolftalk.com. And you know what? We like to kick things off with a sense of humor. And by the way, Bigg's Golf Talk is brought to you by Bridgestone Golf. Fit it, boom it, believe it. They are bridging the gap between you and the pros. Fox Hills Resort, they are always in season. Grant Rods, follow the leader because they're made in the USA. Anytime Fitness, no excuses, just fitness. Swing by Swing Golf GPS. Own your game. And Bomb Tech Golf. Pull the pin on the grenade golf driver and watch those drives bomb down the fairway. Launch the grenade today and go to bombtechgolf.com. And by the way, a special deal right now, folks. He is coming out with a left-handed driver. The right-handed drivers, wow, the black cavities, gone. It is now green and black cavities on the driver. He is selling a hell of a lot of them in right-handed. He is now coming out with the left-handed. Go pre-order your left-handed golf driver if you're a left-handed golfer. Sully is taking care of us left-handers, the guys that hit it on the right side of the ball, bombtechgolf.com. And this sense of humor is brought to you by Wind Grips, the best grips in golf. And, you know, when I'm thinking about the golf humor here, Mike, I'm thinking about obsession with golf. As we head into the fall season, who is really obsessed with golf? And I guess you could count me in on one of those obsessions because I am really obsessed with golf. I'm just a guy that loves golf, talking golf here on Bigg's Golf Talk. And you know what? I have a top 10 sign that you're obsessed with golf, and let's see if you fall into one of these top 10s here, Mike. You ready?
Let's do it, my friend.
All right, number 10. When you stand at the urinal, you use the overlapping grip.
Of course.
Hello!
Hello, Houston.
After 2 days without golf, you get the shakes, and you have to phone 1-800-HEADCASE so they can talk you down.
I get the itch and I get the crave, my friend.
And number 8, top 10 signs you're obsessed with golf. Number 8, you get a titanium rod inserted permanently so you don't bend your left arm.
Hey, I don't want anybody knowing about what the titanium things I'm putting anywhere.
Hey, we heard about this. I guess you can relate that to your shoe size.
Oh, you're wrong, good kid.
All right, number 7. You have all the machinery fold-outs from turf grass monthly pinned to your wall.
You better believe it, ladies.
Yes. Is it wrong? All right, next one. Getting married at 10. You can still get in a quick 9 holes at 8. Hey! Ho!
I mean, yeah, I guess. If she lets you out.
All right, number 5. Tees in all your pockets, even your jammies.
I don't wear jammies, but yes.
Okay, I think that's a little too much information I want to know. All right, top 10 signs you're obsessed with golf. At number 4, you name your kids Arnold, Jasper, and Chi-Chi, and that's just the girls.
Oh, yes, absolutely. All 6 of them.
At number 3, you don't know who the vice president is, but you've got Davis Love's sand save percentage memorized.
Well, obviously.
At number 2, you mow your backyard to 11 on the stimp meter.
Yeah, if only I'm good enough.
Okay, and the number 1 sign that you're obsessed with golf, drum roll please. Even your work gloves have a ball marker on the wrist. Thank you very much.
Good kid.
Now, we have a great show scheduled for you. We have Seymour Putters on the show today, and we have Herzl golf gloves. We had them on last year. We want to see what's going on with their newest technology, and we have a story from me regarding Herzl golf gloves because, as you know, Mike, I had hand surgery in the offseason, and I had to really spend most of my season using a certain glove to get some extra padded protection on my hands for the majority of the season. And, well, just last week I went to the glove that I always go to when I need to really hang on to that club. And, you know, in wet conditions, no matter what, if it's raining, this glove will hold on to the club and get you down the fairway and get your shots straight, and that's Herzl golf gloves. And we're going to talk to them a little bit later on and see what's going on in the 2013 season and kind of share the whole story with everybody out there. I'm Bigg Jon Vick. He's Mike Mercado from the Chicago Beat. And
hello,
Mike, later on in the program, we're also going to answer listener questions that you have regarding
look forward
golf.
to it every week.
Exactly right. But first, let's share a couple of news stories. Tiger Woods proved once again that winning really does take care of everything. In a teleconference early Friday, Woods was named the 2013 PGA Tour Player of the Year. His 5 victories in 2013 were good enough to earn him the honor for the 11th time in his career. And by the way, 20-year-old Jordan Spieth was selected as the Rookie of the Year. Are any of us shocked by that choice? Jordan Spieth just tearing it up in the PGA Tour and actually winning the John Deere Classic, you know, back here in the summertime in Illinois. That kid has got some talent. You're going to hear a lot from Jordan Spieth. The PGA Tour's Player of the Year award is voted on by the players, and after Woods was involved in a few high-profile rule dust-ups, there was talk that perhaps he had begun to lose the admiration of his peers. Although Woods made headlines for an improper drop at the Masters and was penalized 2 strokes when his ball moved at the BMW Championship here in the Chicagoland area, his 5 tour wins were 3 more than Matt Kuchar, Phil Mickelson, Adam Scott, and Hedrick Stenson, the winner of the FedEx Cup, and all 4 of those were nominated for the Player of the Year. There were a lot of people who said I could never win again, and 2 years later I've got 8 wins on tour, Tiger Woods said in a comment. It just makes it all the more rewarding. How about that, huh?
It's amazing. You know, you think about where he was a few years ago to where he is now. And it's interesting, actually, later on in the show, one of the questions for one of our listeners is about Tiger Woods and the Player of the Year. So I want to really get your thoughts a little later about this because I think it's very interesting leading to next year as well.
Yep. More news coming up. But first, we're going to take our first break. And when we come back from our first break, we're going to be talking with our first guest right here on Bigg's Golf Talk at www.biggsgolftalk.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and don't forget to like us on Facebook. I'm Bigg Jon Vick. He's Mike Mercado. We'll be right back right here on Bigg's Golf Talk.
Keep swinging. You just hit your ball into some trouble. If you don't chip it out, you'll make a double. But don't worry, I keep swinging.
For longer flights, fly the E7. Try Bridgestone's new E-Series. I mean, what else have you got to do?
Bridgestone.
It's do or die for the International President's Cup team this year, at least according to the biggest star. 2013 Masters champion Adam Scott said he's tired of getting killed out there, quote unquote, and without a win, the Internationals risk losing competitive credibility. The Internationals need to step up and win the thing and make it a real competition, Scott told the France press. This is a big year for us. It's our time. I think it's crucial. We have to win this year. The Cup loses any credibility whatsoever if the Internationals don't start winning soon. Though they have struggled at the Ryder Cup in recent years, the U.S. is 7-1-1 in President's Cup competition since the tournament's inception. The Internationals' lone win came in 1998 at Royal Melbourne Golf Club in Scott's home state of Australia. Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk, and you know what? Go USA, Mike Mercado, but I guess the Internationals are coming out to get that cup.
Well, they need to, and if it's going to happen, Scott needs to be the reason why they do it. I mean, he is the leader of the squad, so it's on him. It's on his shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get to the questions, and let's find out what the fans want to know here on Bigg's Golf Talk with the host of the Chicago Beat, Mike Mercado.
Thank you, BJ, of course. So, of course, you can find us at the Chicago Beat on Twitter, so you can get your questions through Biggs. The first one is Tiger Woods wins Player of the Year. Tell me, what does this mean for the future of Tiger? Does this mean majors for his confidence? How do other players feel about this? I mean, no major wins. Does he deserve it in your eyes?
I think he does deserve it with the amount of wins that he had 2013. He really showed that he's still a winner, although he has not won a major. But again, the majors that he's participated in has been controversial. As you have, Sergio Garcia, the controversy back then. Now you had the Masters controversy. I mean, he has some rules issues with. But here's the thing too: you don't see Joe Smith with that many cameras around him, and unfortunately, Tiger Woods has every single camera around him to see all these rules infractions. And by the way, without the high definition of a TV screen or monitor, you would have never seen that ball move on that one rule infraction of the ball moving when he moved something, a piece of debris, out of the way, and it moved like a dimple. But
it's funny because how long ago that happened, how still people get heated about that, just that scenario. So how big of a moment it was in the season.
Well, I think it was a big momentum because it was towards the end of the season with the BMW Championship that he got that two-stroke penalty because he was in contention at the BMW Championship. And, he's still number one in the world. It's a hard argument if you're the number one player in the world that you're not Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's understandable. And speaking of a lot of rule controversy with Tiger Woods, do you feel there needs to be any rule changes heading into next season?
I had a chance to talk with the PGA Tour office, and I could not get Tim Finchman on the show, but I did get a statement from them, and they are looking at what is going to happen with these viewer call-ins. And we talked about, I talked with one of the assistants over there, and he asked me not to mention his name because he couldn't really come out on record to tell me what's going on. But I can briefly say this. They are going to look at time limits, and they are going to sit and think about what can we do about this issue because it's not fair. It's not fair that you have cameras on Phil Mickelson, you have cameras on Tiger Woods, and you have cameras on Rory McIlroy, and the high-profile stars, your top 25 stars, but you don't have cameras unless he's doing well on a Jordan Spieth. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to have, and my suggestion to the PGA Tour was if you have viewer call-ins, eliminate that because, you know what, I've heard it on Facebook about the baseball has 4 umpires. Oh, the football has, many referees around the situation and the incident. Well, here's my thought about it. It's simple. We're going to create jobs with this, my thought. My thing is this. You put an official with each group, okay? That official either determines that there was a rule infraction or uses his walkie-talkie, calls into the truck, and says, look at hole 16. shot number 3 by Tiger Woods and see if we have an infraction. I think there needs to be a time limit because I don't want to see a tournament end and all of a sudden before the start of the day hear about the next morning a golfer getting penalized for something that happened the day before. Once that tournament ends for the day, that's it. Everything's closed books. If you didn't catch it before that tournament ends, it's a done deal. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk with a glove company just as important as that putter, your golf glove. Here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We'll be right back. Visit bombtechgolf.com and find out more information about the grenade, and you can pull the pin. Welcome back here on Bigg's Golf Talk. I am Bigg Jon Vick. He's Mike Mercado, filling in for Dennis the Menace. And Mike, earlier on we talked about putters with Seymour Putters here on Bigg's Golf Talk, but another important piece of equipment is your golf glove.
You know about this.
I absolutely do, and I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me. In the offseason, as you know, Mike, I had surgery on both hands, not just one hand. And in order for me to be able to compete the way I wanted to do, I had to get extra big grips on my clubs. So I went to Win Grips, and I told them that I need a little bit of extra padding. 2, I had to go to a glove that the doctor recommended and use a different glove from what I'm used to using last year, which was the Herzl golf glove last year. Just a couple weeks ago, I was able to move away from the extra padded golf glove, get back to my Herzl golf glove, as one would expect of a company whose obsession is to produce gloves that connect athletes to their sports equipment better than anyone else. There are always likely to be enhancements and technical innovations that fine-tune performance to suit different techniques and skill levels. Joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk is Steve Gray from Herzl Golf Company. And Steve, tell us about the technology of a Herzl golf glove.
Well, thanks, John. That's great. That's a tremendous testimonial that you just gave us, and we find that to consistently be true when we do demo days and demonstrations and trial days with consumers. And it is about our grip technology, and our grip technology is what we set out to do in golf. How can we make a better glove that provides better grip with less pressure and able to maintain its performance? And we do that actually at the molecular level, which gets fairly complicated to the scientists, but at the molecular level in a special 70-plus step tanning process that treats the leather, permeates it, that gives it the grip technology, along with some surface techniques that we use to give it additional grip.
Now, I specifically use the Trust Control because I like to feel and trust between my club and the glove itself. But Trust Control golf gloves is just not the only glove you guys carry. You guys do carry different model gloves. Talk about that.
Yes, we do. We do, like you said, we do the Trust Control that is made out of kangaroo palm and has a cabretta leather back with mesh lycra to keep it nice and cool. That has a beveled finish, if you will, or a textured finish to it. And we also make the Trust Feel glove, which is a smooth kangaroo leather, a little thinner. Some golfers like that little bit better feel. That's also made of kangaroo. But in addition to that, we make a soft model glove out of cabretta leather, which just won a silver award from Golf Digest Hot List, is one of the best cabretta gloves in the market. So we do have 3 premium gloves. Those are all priced at the same level, at the highest level. And then as an introduction for 2014, we're introducing a new hybrid model, which is a synthetic textured finish, very similar to Control in its appearance, but it also incorporates the kangaroo grip technology in the thumb, the pad of the hand, and the last 3 fingers. So for a little bit more modest price, a golfer can get some of the benefits that they would get from our other gloves. So we make 4 model gloves in our golf glove segment.
For somebody who's just beginning, what should I be looking for? What should I be avoiding when it comes to getting the right equipment, especially when it comes to something so important?
Well, that's a great thought. And one of the things that we continue to to preach. As golfers, we want to go out and spend a lot of money on the very best golf ball, on the very best driver, on the very best putter, because we recognize those pieces of equipment is adding to our game. Oftentimes, the segment that a beginning golfer overlooks is the glove. It's the only contact with the club that you're going to have. It provides feel and grip and control, and then you spend $5 on the cheapest glove that you can find. It makes no sense to pay $40 for a dozen balls, $400 for a driver, and then $5 on a glove. So you do want to buy a premium glove, and you want to make sure that you buy a glove that fits. Most every golfer buys a glove that's just too big.
Steve, how can they get more information about the Herzl golf glove?
The easiest thing to do is just go to Herzl.com. All of our information's there. They can order direct from our website or find out where a retailer is close to them to try it on. So Herzl.com is the easiest way to go about it.
Any final thoughts for the golfers out there when it comes to Herzl?
Just understand that it is about grip and it's about maintaining performance. That the glove should last and not become your practice glove, as many gloves are.
That is so true. That is so true. Steve Gray, thank you so much for joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk and talking about Herzl golf technology.
All right, well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we're all out of time, my friend.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you, we always, whenever we get together, we always come short on time, but that's because we always have a great show when a Mike Mercado is here on Bigg's Golf Talk.
Bigg Jon, you are the man. Thank you so much for having me on. Your listeners are fantastic. Keep sending those tweets so we can get them on the show, guys. And Bigg Jon, keep doing what you're doing, man. We love it. 365 now.
There you go. One more time, give out the website for the Chicago Beat.
You can find us at thechicagobeat.yolasset.com. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll get you the Bigg's Golf Talk.
He's Mike Mercado. I'm Bigg Jon Vick for Dennis the Menace and our executive producer, Boxer Shorts. This has been Bigg's Golf Talk on the Lake County Sports Network, the JDS Radio Network, the Full Gamut Radio Network, and the Stitcher Radio Network. It's been brought to you by Bridgestone Golf. Fit it, boom it, believe it. They are bridging the gap between you and the pros. Anytime Fitness, no excuses, just fitness. Fox Hills Resort, they are always in season. Swing by swing golf GPS. Own your game. And Bomb Tech Golf. Pull the pin, launch the grenade, and watch those drives bomb the fairways. That's it for us. May your drives find the fairways, your putts in the cups. As I always say at the end of the show, take care of each other. See ya when I see ya. Thanks for listening, everybody. Play well.